What's up, guys? Second video of the 30-day challenge. Now, I know you're thinking that, hey, 30-day challenge, it simply meant it has to be on second day, but ये fifth day पे क्यों आ रहा है? Because the usual doubts crept in. The usual tendency to improvise, to look at yourself and be like, hey, I can be better. What do I change? And all those things started. कि पीछे एक plant लगा लेते हैं. ऊपर एक light लगा लेते हैं. बाल कटवा लेते, let's get a haircut. Let's get this thing changed. Let's use a different camera. All those things comes into and see, that was the agenda of this. To go through the entire journey, what we've been asking people, and actually take that uncomfortableness by ourselves and figure out ways and systems how do we come out of it. तो दो तीन चीजें हमें दिमाग में रखनी है. Number one, if I've taken a 30-day challenge, it's on me. How do I complete it? It does not matter that today is 50. Well, it does matter. Consistency matters if I can do daily. But even if I didn't, the only responsibility I have today is to shoot 5 videos today and to be on track. Simple. So getting back on track is the most important thing. राइट सलमान खान की एक पहले ऐड आती थी ना, जीता वो नहीं है जो ज्यादा मारता है, जीता वो है जो मार खा के भी उठ के खड़ा होता है, समथिंग लाइक दैट. ठीक है, दैट्स इट. सेकंड थिंग, you gotta start fixating time to your improvements. See, because at the end of the day, it's 1% betterment. Remember that. You gotta make one thing better. When you try to do 100 things in one go, like I got a plant, I got the haircut, I got the light, and I'm now looking at the camera because I saw myself and like I was looking here and there. You need not take all the improvements in one shot. Imagine actually making one improvement per video. How awesome would that feel, right? You can actually showcase someone that, hey, this is how I've moved. So that's another thing to keep in mind. The question is, what are we speaking about today? How about we speak about this? What are the things I learned in these 4 5 days about how do we make things better? Number one, mounting the camera. I think that's the most important thing. Looking in the eyes and mounting the camera at the right place. So I was actually, I read through different things and found out that the camera should be placed directly at your eye level. And if you want to build even a better authority, a better rapport, perhaps slightly thoda sa upar, not tilted, just thoda sa upar, that's it. Right? In a kind of frame, just the frame aapko dikh raha hai, how much of my hands and my face and everything should be visible. Then, of course, a plant complements it. Here, ideally, there should be have been either of the three things: a lamp, a bookshelf, or a kind of a big painting. But I couldn't get that, and hence I was like, I need to still record. Portwing, of course, using a webcam is much more easier. So I had three options: a laptop camera, the laptop webcam, which is already there in the MacBook, another webcam that I bought a couple of years ago, or the iPhone that I can mount. Now, of course, iPhone would give me the best, like the best results. But is it truly convenient? No. Similarly, laptop is absolutely convenient, but would it give me a quality? No. And hence, figuring out the compromise that what do I really want? And I wanted something in between, something which is convenient yet good enough video for me to roll this out. That's one. Second, there's a lot of color analysis. Let's say the t-shirt that I'm wearing, I should ideally not wear this because this is too much distracting. Now, that makes sense, but I also have this another thing going in my mind. That at the end of the day, and the idea is to hold attention. If the idea is that अब हम कैसे Instagram scroll करते हैं? You pick up our phone. You've seen those reels, right? Wherein there's a game going on the upper half of the section. The second half of the section is someone speaking and giving out something, some relevant information. We like that. Or when you're speaking to someone and you're still scrolling through the games or the phones or something. Because we are now habitual to do two things at once. So perhaps wearing a t-shirt that can actually easily actually distract you might make more sense. I'm not sure. I'll watch this video once this is published and then we'll get the answer to it. So the idea essentially is to not take everything by the existing principles. The world has changed. Everything that was there 10, 20, 30, 40 years ago in terms of video shoots is changed. When it comes about video angles, I've always given this example of Bobby Althoff. This one reel, by the way, gave me 24 lakh worth of revenue. One content piece, 24 worth lakh of revenue, all organic. I didn't even shoot that. It was basically my team who edited me from a session that I took. How awesome it is, right? In that reel, I'm exactly speaking about this. That Bobby Aldo is one of those influencers, one of those creators who went through 0 to 1 million subs in less than 3 6 months. And one of the key things she did, she always had one camera that was at the most abstract angles. कभी यहाँ है, कभी यहाँ है, कभी यहाँ है, कभी यहाँ है. उससे होता क्या है? You feel that you're in that room with her, right? So that's one. Second thing is any abstract angle holds your attention because you're tired of watching the usual thing and you skip it. इसके ऊपर एक और एग्जांपल ले लेते हैं. Always tell people, let's say you're walking down to your house. Now, that's a usual street. You do not look twice आगे पीछे क्या है because everything is usual. Now, imagine एक भूतनी खड़ी है, एक घोस्ट खड़ा है साथ वाले घर में. एकदम से अटेंशन अपने आप रुकेगा ना. You'll pause for a second and you'll see something is happening. And that goes with any kind of a change. In That's what also means about operating on extreme ends. That there's a whole spectrum. When you look at any big personal brand, so this is an interesting thing. Let's say you think of fitness influencers. Now there are so many, so many fitness influencers out there. But now let me give you a couple of examples who are in the space of health. We're building this person in the space of health, and I was discussing this with him. Let's say look at Andrew Huberman and look at Bryan Johnson, and let's speak about all of them. Andrew Huberman is someone who speaks extreme jargons, extreme scientific jargons, and still people loved him. 7, 8, 10 million subs. At one end, everyone speaks about, hey, how you should speak to YouTube like you're speaking to a 5-year-old boy or a girl, perhaps. But Andrew Huberman chose the other way around. What's different? On this spectrum, what everyone is doing, he chose to go something on the opposite spectrum, something on the opposite realm altogether. And everyone's saying simplify it, I'm going to overcomplicate it. And that overcomplication in something like that, which is inside my body, gives me that trust on him. After a point of time, I'm like, I don't even want. तूने सुन लिया ना यार, तूने रिसर्च कर लिया ना, तू बहुत बढ़िया, चल तू बता रहा है कर लेंगे. That's the kind of trust he's been able to build. He's what, at 7, 8 million subs in just a few years. So that's one of the crazy things he did. And of course his setup and everything, the way he appears and whatnot. Now let's look at Bryan Johnson. Again, operating in some kind of a blue ocean, something where you will not see a lot of people. Someone who's extensively have a mission statement about don't die. Something which is so bizarre, right? In the way he creates content. If you look at both of these people have identified a blue ocean for themselves. So when people tell me that, hey, how do we identify blue oceans? It's just in last 3 minutes, I've given you 3 examples. Bobby Althoff, Andrew Huberman, Bryan Johnson. And then you look at all the big creators that you really love. You'll see that they're doing something unique, something different. The way they're representing themselves. Varun Maya, how he got so popular, he started speaking about the AI tools in reference to the Indian audience. No one else with that kind of authority, or no one else was able to position themselves as an authoritative position to do that. Second, he executed things fast. He brought the AI avatars and he accepted that. He owned it up that, hey, this is an AI avatar. He sat across biggest consumer companies in the world. So basically, he created that blue ocean. Similarly, let's say Prakhar. I love Prakhar. What people fail to understand is that it's not just a podcast. What he found out was no one was interested to speak about the philosophy, the thought, the mind behind taking certain decisions. Let's say there's this podcast I was hearing wherein he's asking from, I think, this rapper called Char Diwari that, भाई तेरे उस दिन दिमाग में क्या चल रहा था रात को 4 बजे क्या दिमाग में आया that you wrote this song. Now, in actually getting in the depths of it, not the surface level answers. And that's how he was able to create a blue ocean because you need that. You need to give people something they haven't seen, something they haven't heard. It could be your topics, it could be the way you speak, it could be the what you wear, it could be where you sit, it could be so many things. But figure out something different. Everyone is walking this straight line. I've followed this principle for the last 10 years. I've taught this to thousands of students. The best thing in today's world is हर कोई एक सीधी लाइन में चल रहा है. Even if you tilt 1 degree, after a year, 5 year, 10 year, you'll be substantially at a different space as compared to these people. That's all you need to do. One person, 1 degree change might not look like something today, but it's a big, big, big significant difference when you do this over the time. And tying it up with a starting point, do not overthink. You gotta shoot, you gotta do consistent, you gotta own that identity and show up every day and move things one bit by bit on a daily basis rather than doing everything at once. Signing off with the second video.